So by now, you're at a point where your students have investigated static electricity, they've begun to investigate magnetism and understand the idea of magnetic fields. So what we'd like to do at this point is to begin the connections from the experiments that have been working on to why an engineer from the NASA MMS mission should consider coming to the school to talk to the class or talk to the students. An alternative way to think about this assignment would be to perhaps consider this as a resume building opportunity. Because up until now, your students have built and worked on skill sets that will obviously provide them with what they need in terms of background knowledge to begin working on the design challenges that will be coming up. One of the tools that you can use is on myfuture.com, and it's a resume builder. You'll find the link to this resume builder contained within the Teacher iBook. What's nice about this resume builder is it's very simple. Now, that simplicity does come with a cost. One of the things you will need to notice is that the information will be saved within Resume Builder as long as the browser remains open. So this is something that your students would do perhaps as a single lab activity. You wouldn't want them to be only starting this towards the end of their day. And what's nice about it is it walks them through whatever applicable fields you would want to guide them to fill out. You might not want to have them put their address, city, state, zip, that sort of thing. However, having them populate their name and perhaps an email address, their school email address. If you've been using a website with the students to be able to compile or aggregate all of the work products that they've been making as a part of this MMS project, this would be a great place to put that. But what's nice about this is tied to that idea of bringing an engineer to the school, they can identify what their career objective is in perhaps the engineering field related to the MMS project. So you can really decide how to use these fields in a way that would actually really, in a nice way, promote the experiences that the students have been doing. What I like particularly about the work experience is adding each of these work experiences really is tied to, or the accomplishments may be tied to, what they learned as they were going through each of the activities. So think of this not as necessarily job experience, but experimental experience. I think your students will gain several key benefits through this process. Not only will they understand or be able to put into good context what it is they learned, but they'll be able to build a valuable skill set of creating a resume that accentuates all of the positive things that they have acquired in their educational career. So consider, as you're completing this essay activity, as an alternative assignment, perhaps having your students build a resume that dictates or that details all of the things that they have learned throughout the course of the experimentation that they have conducted thus far.